Hey there, it's Jodi Komitor, and I'm here to share a little Wednesday wisdom with you today. And what I want to share today is that I just spent this past weekend visiting my dearest sister, mentor, teacher, Marcia Wenig, and her beloved husband, Don Wenig, who are the founders of Yoga Kids, which is the premier children's yoga program, and really was like the first kids, one of the first kids yoga programs that really impacted me, um, and so many others. And so I went to go visit Marcia and Dawn this past weekend in Indiana, which was amazing, just so wonderful to go to the Midwest, which I don't often do. And what inspired me to go visit is that Marcia was diagnosed a couple years ago with early onset Alzheimer's. So she's been experiencing this for about 3-4 years now. And it was, if you know anyone who has experienced Alzheimer's, it's pretty intense. And what really stands out to share for some wisdom today is what Don, Marcia's husband's mantra has been for them over the last several years, and that is out of the head, into the heart. And that was just such a beautiful saying to just consistently show up during not only the weekend, but also for Marcia, basically, that's their mantra. That's the way that they are endeavoring to live their lives. Because what happens, especially with early onset Alzheimer's, is that there's a lot that's happening in the head, right? Of trying to figure things out, and it's a very heady experience, if you can imagine. And so Dawn's been really encouraging Marcia to get out of the head and into the heart, and just to be in this space of love and self-compassion and kindness. And it's really beautiful. And I know that that's something that they're really working on. But, for me as a visitor, that I get to spend 3 days with them, that actually mantra really was very present for me as well. Because, me being there and experiencing their lifestyle and what it's like right now to be in the world of early onset Alzheimer's can also be very in my head, and for me brought up some fear and just some uncomfortability. But the truth is that I found myself actually being out of my head and in my heart, of having so much compassion for Marcia and for Dawn, and also patience, right? It's like when someone's experiencing Alzheimer's, it definitely requires a lot of patience, and also just really unconditional love, right? Of their experience, of Marcia's experience, and of course Dawn is her caregiver. So it made me think that the wisdom really lies in what if we can live with every challenging situation, but also just every day of being out of our head and in our hearts, and how much joy and connection and freedom and love and kindness we would have. Because I know what I experienced this past weekend when I was there, and when I was more in my heart and not in my head. And I know that's true also for Marcia's experience too. I mean, just the peace and relaxation and surrender that shows up when she is out of her head and in her heart. So I wanted to share this with you, and I'm so grateful for Dawn's mantra of out of the head and into the heart. I would love to hear your wisdom, right? So what shows up for you when you live out of your head and in your heart? So please leave a comment so that we can all learn from you. And if this video inspires you, please feel free to share it. And thanks so much for watching, and just so appreciate you. Always know there's light inside of me, there's light inside of you, and together we are one. Namaste.